So sometimes she can be an outspoken woman, okay? She'll tell you like it is. LeeAnne Locken, love her or hate her, she was interesting to watch on the Real Housewives of Dallas.
Most of the time she tells it like it is.
I really enjoyed watching her, yeah.
Okay, she definitely made an impression on RHOD, but her story goes a lot deeper. Sexually abused as a young girl, she's led a troubled life. Her journey has been remarkable to inspire others with her courage, and I got to sit down with her at her Dallas home. Here is her story.
So for me, as an adult now, I'm like, okay, well, if your mother doesn't want you, why would you want me? Why would you want to be my friend?
I was born to a woman who really wanted her high school sweetheart to marry her.
The shotgun wedding ended in divorce, and at age 3, LeeAnne Locken's mother left LeeAnne, her grandmother, who she adored. She became best friends with the girl across the street and her family. There was just one problem.
These were the brothers and sisters that I never had in my life, and sadly enough, as much as love that I got from them, and I still get from them, their father was a pedophile. And I spent 8 years, every other weekend, being sexually molested by her dad. Specifically, he did one act, and to this day, that one act can unto me.
The betrayal and abuse left LeeAnne feeling guilty and ashamed.
I just remember the very first day that it ever happened, the night that it happened. The next day, you know, there's some things, memories that just stick with you. Mm-hmm. And I was sitting on the curb with the drainage ditch underneath me and a fire hydrant. And I just sat there as a little girl and thought, this is my fault.
As frequently happens with sex abuse survivors, it launched her on a path of self-destruction.
At 12, 13, I started getting into a point where literally I thought I could use sex to make people love me. I thought that's, you know, obviously that's what men like. So I would just start using sex, and I started having sex at 13.
She tried to kill herself more than once, the first time because of betrayal by a boyfriend.
I came home and I was thinking he would be there to comfort and take care of me, and instead I found out he was on his boat with another girl. And I just thought, I'm never gonna be loved. I'm never gonna be valued. And I just can't continue to live in this pain. And I just took a crap load of pills.
Eventually, the man she became engaged to came near killing her. The 911 call for help led her to therapy and the road to a better life.
I think Brandy is really trying to make an effort to show us a good time.
I think she is too.
The loyalty you see between LeeAnne and Tiffany on the show is real. They met when both were teenage models in Houston, but abuse forged an unshakable bond.
And she showed up on my doorstep weighing 89 pounds. I could see the ribs on her stomach. I could see the bones in her face. I could see her collarbone. I mean, 89 pounds. And
what was going on there?
She was in a bad abusive relationship because she had an abusive childhood, which is why we are so bonded as friends.
They spent over a year nursing one another back to health and moved to Dallas together to start over.
This is my dining room, and then this is our clean room that we don't play in, so that's why this is the only clean room in the house.
Today, LeeAnne shares a Preston Hollow home with her boyfriend Rich and their 2 dogs.
He is like a kisser.
So sweet.
And then she gets jealous, and then he gets jealous, and then it's a jealous thing.
Sweet doggies.
No, she gets her name put up whenever she's on TV. Is that ridiculous? She has given me shade on national television.
Yes. Let's pick in Rich's man cave.
So that's why it's a man cave.
This is LeeAnne when she was a baby. This was in Chicago. They hired me to be their spokesperson.
She still has her childhood teddy bear and Bible from 3rd grade Sunday school.
This was a Bible I got when I was a little girl. I underline and make notes.
As much progress as she has made, dark fears of being unlovable still haunt her.
My biggest fear is that I'm going to end up alone, unloved, unwanted, under a bridge, homeless, eating whatever I can to survive.
LeeAnne talks a lot about charity on the show, too much for some people.
My label is I am worthy. So all say it with me, ready? I am worthy.
But charity is the reason she wanted to get on the show, to use it as a platform for the work she wants to do, writing a book, becoming a keynote speaker. So the life she has lived is not in vain.
It works if I have a purpose, if I have a reason to get up and a reason to help, then I have a reason to go to bed and sleep well. And I have a reason for being born, and I have a reason for all this suffering. And everything makes sense because if I have a purpose, the value. And that's all I really want, is to know that I have value. Don't we all want to be valued?
I got to know her about 5 years ago before any of this happened, and even at that time, LeeAnne was volunteering for a lot of charitable things where she got no, kudos for it or anything like that. She truly believes in helping people, so I have a lot of respect for her because of that.
That is something. LeeAnne, if she's watching right now, I want to let her know, girlfriend, you have value, okay? And you are very loved, and a lot of people support you. So I'm glad we got to see that side of LeeAnne.
Yeah, and I can't wait for season 2.
Looking forward to
Real Housewives of Dallas.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.